Okay, we're going to get into one of the most important things, and that's making our images an appropriate size for the internet. Ideally, we want to shoot for something that's under 200 kilobytes. A lot of times when we get a PDF or a PNG from a service like Canva, they'll be much larger than we want them to be. Sometimes, huge order of magnitude, but a lot of times they'll be in the 1 to 3 megabyte range. So we'll want to make sure that we keep them, again, under that 200 kilobyte target. Another thing that we're gonna look at here today is changing the format. There's a new image format that's a lot smaller, so you can get larger images to be a smaller package for online use, for internet or website use. That is the .webp, or I'll refer to it as a WebP image type. So we're going to go through changing the image from a PNG to a WebP image, and then we're also going to go from, if the image is still too big, how to compress that image using a couple of free online resources. So here we are is our image that we got from Canva, and it is, as you can see, quite large, 8 megabytes. We definitely cannot use something of that size. If all our images were that big, then our web pages would take about 3 years to load. So, in order to first change that image from a PNG to a WebP, we're going to go to freeconvert.com/PNG to WebP. We'll pick our file from our device, and that's just your computer. Track it down on your machine. There we go. As you see, it's a 8 megabyte PNG. Load her up there and hit convert. You can also do this for up to 5 images at a time, I believe, with the free version. And once it's done, go ahead and download it back to your machine. And take a look at that guy and see how big it is. I still don't think that it meets up with our 200 kilobyte size. Yeah, it's 1 megabyte or 1.1 megabytes, so it's still too large, but at least now we have a WebP image. So that's a step in the right direction. So now it's time for us to compress the image. So to compress, you'll go to this oddball website, imagecompressor.11zon.com. It does a pretty fair job of compressing images. You can go to compress image in the top left. There's also a compressed WEBP down below, just like we did in the PNG to WebP. Track down your image. And there we go. Again, that's our 1 megabyte image. Now we want to compress that. So it automatically loads it and does a quick compression, and we can see that it's already a lot smaller, 350 kilobytes, but we want to compress that further. So go up to your compression level. I like to use 90%, and then go ahead and select compress. And now our 1 megabyte image is down to 161 kilobytes. So that's the one that we want. So go ahead and download your image. Usually I'll give it a title like compressed or smaller or final, something along those lines. Alright, so now we have a WebP image that's ready to roll for our website. it's the right size. Now we need to load them up, and there's 3 ways to load images. You can go to New Media. You can go to your WordPress dashboard, Media, Add New Media File, or you can go into the Media Library, select Add New Media File here. Each of these options gives you this same little screen to select files. Go to your file on your machine. The new one, compressed one there, that's our small 165 kilobyte WebP image. Open it up. It'll take a few seconds to load, and there we go. Now we've loaded our WebP image. So we took an image that was 8 megabytes and a PNG. We first converted it to WebP. Then we had a 1 kilobyte image, which is already a huge alteration in size, but still too big. And then we took that 1 megabyte image and turned it into or compressed it using image compressor to a 165 kilobyte image. So from 8 megabyte PNG to a 165 kilobyte WebP.